Here are the 35 most disturbing Border Patrol moments ever captured. From intense confrontations to shocking discoveries, these incidents highlight the harsh realities and challenges at the border. Stay tuned to witness the dramatic and often controversial actions that have sparked widespread debate. This unexpected act by a supposed law-abiding officer raises questions and stirs controversy, all caught on camera. Shocking footage from the Texas border reveals a surprising scene. A Border Patrol agent is seen with cutters in hand, creating an opening in the razor wire. And that one asks the question, why? Moments later, 15 to 20 people, just trafficked across the Rio Grande in a motorboat, started crossing to the American side. The agent holds the wire open, watching as they pass through. In Hidalgo County, migrants tried to outsmart the border fence with a mix of high-tech and low-tech tricks. As Texas troopers and U.S. Border Patrol agents pursued them, drones from Mexico shadowed their every move. Among those apprehended were two 13-year-old boys and a pregnant woman. Makeshift ladders were found, evidence of their desperate climb. In one tense moment, agents spotted a raft heading back to Mexico, successfully deterring the crossing. The border remains a place of constant cat and mouse, with lives hanging in the balance. A dramatic rescue unfolds in new footage from Texas. Border officials spot a burning car. As flames lick the sky, they rush in. Inside, a desperate sight. A woman smuggled across the border, and apparently she was trapped in a duffel bag. The heat is intense, the clock ticking. Texas troopers and Border Patrol agents work frantically, pulling her to safety just in time. The flames roar, but she's free. The rescue is nothing short of a miracle, captured on camera. A tearful 10-year-old boy was found wandering alone near the U.S.-Mexico border. His name is Wilton Gutierrez from Nicaragua. And you can tell that at the moment that footage is being recorded, he was in great danger. How did he find himself in this situation? On April 1st, a farmer spotted the boy, lost and scared, in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas. "Can you help me?" he asked a Border Patrol agent. Apparently just weeks earlier, Wilton and his mother were expelled from the U.S. under a pandemic health order known as Title 42. This heart-wrenching scene highlights the growing danger for unaccompanied children at the border. Wilton's story, from being expelled to being found alone, underscores the peril these young migrants face. In this heart-stopping video from Border Patrol reveals a smuggler's shocking act. Apparently, he abandoned a 1-year-old Guatemalan child by the Colorado River in the Yuma sector. In the dead of night, the smuggler slips away, leaving the toddler alone on the U.S. side of the border. This isn't an isolated incident. In the year 2023 alone, over 57,000 unaccompanied children have been found at the southern border, each with their own harrowing story. It makes one wonder, what drives such desperate acts? This man by the name of Kamal Singh is a known Khalistani operative, and Space was caught red-handed with a shocking 50 kilos of cocaine, worth $150,000.
Just you in the truck?
Yeah.
No, hi, buddy. This is safe.
Apparently, the drugs came from the ISI, and the money was intended for anti-India activities. As officers closed in, tension filled the air. Singh, desperate, tried a dramatic tactic, pretending to faint, not once, but twice.
You just passed out. You all right? You hit your head a little bit.
His act couldn't save him, and the bust exposed a major smuggling operation.
Off the streets.
In this dramatic video captured the moment a Texas National Guardsman was captured after allegedly smuggling an illegal immigrant to the southern border and leading police on a high-speed chase in his government-issued SUV.
295-10-4, subject in custody, one driver, no other occupants inside the vehicle. US 90, just west of the 460.
Specialist Savion Amari Donovan Johnson, 26, is seen being dragged out of the vehicle by members of the Texas Department of Public Safety and Kinney County Sheriff's deputies. In the hot borderlands, something unusual happens. Border Patrol officers see a tortoise slowly walking towards a riverbank, not knowing danger is near. Suddenly, a sneaky crocodile comes out, ready to catch its dinner. The crocodile carefully moves closer to the tortoise, getting ready to attack. Tension builds as the tortoise gets closer to danger without realizing it. Then, in a quick move, the crocodile grabs the tortoise with its jaws. It's a harsh scene of nature in the unforgiving borderlands, where staying alive is tough.
Oh! I just got that on video.
A routine traffic stop in Kinney County takes a dramatic turn. DPS troopers pull over a California driver, but something feels off. Moments later, doors fling open, and several passengers make a break for the dense brush nearby.
Hey, stop!
The scene intensifies as the DPS brush team and Border Patrol join the chase. Footsteps pound, bushes rustle, and the tension is palpable. One by one, the fugitives are caught, their desperate bid for freedom thwarted.
Put your hands up! Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for human smuggling.
In total, 10 individuals from Mexico are apprehended. They are handed over to Border Patrol, their journey abruptly halted. The California driver, now under arrest for human smuggling, faces a grim future.
Can we take a whole picture of him real quick?
What seemed like a simple stop has revealed a deeper hidden drama at the border. Stay tuned for the full story as we uncover the complexities behind this encounter. Deep in the Rio Grande Valley, a Texas DPS brush team teamed up with Border Patrol. As they moved quietly through an orange orchard, something caught their eye. Hidden among the trees, numerous figures emerged, illegal immigrants trying to stay unseen. The officers closed in, making arrests one by one. This is Operation Lone Star in action. Not really disturbing, but a shocking video captured by authorities at a train station shows two men attempting a daring border crossing into France. Under the cover of darkness, they approached the front of a train, eyeing the small compartment near the nozzle. The plan seemed simple: hide there and ride undetected. But as the train readied for departure, the reality of their risky gamble set in. Would this hidden spot keep them safe, or were they about to face a harsh lesson? Their mission quickly turned from bold to impossible as the train began to move, sealing their fate. In a quiet moment in April 2017, the Arizona wilderness held its breath. An off-duty Border Patrol agent aimed at an explosive target, ready to reveal the gender of a baby. What started as a joyful announcement ended in a massive wildfire, forever changing the landscape. The trigger was pulled and a bright flash erupted. But the joy turned into horror as flames burst forth, rapidly spreading. The Sawmill Fire was born, devouring 45,000 acres. Now newly released video footage by the U.S. Forest Service reveals this fateful moment, showing how a celebration turned into a blazing catastrophe. The intense video opens with a thrilling scene. The U.S. Coast Guard members leaping onto a moving submarine in the Eastern Pacific. This wasn't just any submarine. It carried a staggering 17,000 pounds of cocaine. In a dramatic minute-long clip, a Coast Guard member yells at the vessel to stop. Moments later, crew members jump onto the mostly submerged sub and pry open the hatch. Inside, they find 5 smugglers and a massive drug haul worth $232 million.
Tupaco! Alto Tupaco! That's gonna be hard to get on!
This daring operation on June 18th was part of a larger mission, intercepting 14 drug smuggling vessels and seizing $569 million worth of drugs between May and July. In the vast blue expanse of the Eastern Pacific on July 18, 2019, a high-stakes drama was recorded live on drone footage. The Coast Guard cutter Steadfast spotted a fast-moving boat on the horizon and gave chase. As the crew's hearts raced, they closed in and boarded the vessel, finding 2,300 pounds of cocaine. The suspected smugglers were caught, and their plan was thwarted. This exciting operation, filmed by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, highlighted the Coast Guard's relentless fight against drug smuggling at sea. As the night falls over the U.S.-Mexico border, it can be vividly seen in this inverted video that a shadowy figure scales a 14-foot-high fence, 2 small children in tow. Suddenly, they're dropped over the barrier one by one, landing hard on the other side. The figure vanishes back into the darkness. This harrowing scene, captured on a border agent's night vision camera, shows the children, 2 sisters, just 5 and 3 years old, left alone in the vast desert. Agents quickly respond to the alert, racing to the remote spot near Santa Teresa, New Mexico. They find the girls, frightened but safe, huddled together a world away from home. Border security officers never have a dull day. From catching smugglers to finding bizarre items, the surprises never end.
Okay.
And what is discovered inside his suitcase is surprising.
So I've opened...
Just imagine, a student unaware of the rules steps up to customs. The officers open his bag and, to their shock, out comes duck meat.
legal document. You can be fined $340 for not declaring that. And there's plenty of information on the card for you to have.
He didn't declare it, and now he's in trouble. Watch as this stubborn traveler learns a tough lesson about what not to bring into Australia.
Today.
Actually, I just forgot because the last.
I'm sorry. You are responsible for everything in your bag. Forgot is not an excuse. I'm sorry. You will be fined $340 today for not declaring poultry.
A person trying to sneak things into the country quickly runs through El Chinizo while police chase them. They dodge through the streets and almost get away. Suddenly, they crash into a bush, trying hard to escape by the river. With DPS Laredo brush team's help, Border Patrol and CBP aircraft swoop in, seizing the smuggler, a confirmed Valuco gang member, and capturing 4 undocumented immigrants. The Laredo man now faces charges for smuggling and evading arrest. As for the immigrants, they're handed over to the U.S. Border Patrol. On August 19, 2022, in Cameron County, Texas, an intense chase unfolded as a DPS trooper tried to stop a silver Toyota for a traffic violation. The 18-year-old driver, Azael Pina, speed off at 95 miles per hour, even hitting a Border Patrol unit.
Approximately 95 miles per hour.
Number speeds of 90 miles an hour.
With DPS aircraft aiding, the pursuit weaved through streets. After a nail-biting chase, the driver was finally stopped and arrested.
Vehicle's pulling over. It's pulling over. Appreciate one-way vehicle's pulling over.
Authorities found 240 pounds of marijuana in the car, highlighting the risks of drug smuggling.
Patient address of 1905 West 41st Street in Mission.
On July 23rd, a high-speed chase on US 83 in Webb County unfolded. A 14-year-old driver, charged with human smuggling, led Texas troopers on a dangerous pursuit. Dashcam footage reveals the teen screeching to a halt, allowing 4 people to escape into nearby bushes. The chase continued until police, aided by DPS aircraft and Ohio State Police, surrounded and arrested him. The 4 immigrants were caught and handed to authorities for immediate action in regards to deportation.
We'll keep an eye out. Yeah, I'm playing solos. We'll keep playing the road here. So I'm over it.
Raw footage reveals a tense standoff at the Texas border. Migrants, desperate to cross, face off against Border Patrol. The air is thick with determination on both sides. Suddenly, it gets physical. Migrants push forward, eyes set on America. Officers hold their ground, striving to manage the chaos without violence. The struggle intensifies, each side unyielding. In this gripping scene, desperation meets duty. Early on March 15, 2012, on a rural stretch of Interstate 8, a Border Patrol agent spots Alex Martin driving on the wrong side of the road. The chase is on. At 12:12 a.m., agents force Martin off the road. Weapons drawn, they surround his car, yelling commands. Martin, hands raised, stays locked inside. Agent Roy Salcedo smashes a window and fires his taser. Suddenly, flames engulf the car. The agents retreat, deeming it too dangerous to save him. The official report mentions taser use but omits key details. No investigations follow. The coroner ruled Martin's death an accident. The video starts at a waterside, which happens to be a border. You see men on horseback, their badges gleaming in the harsh sunlight. These are the patrol officers. In the distance, a group of weary travelers appears, Haitian refugees, their faces marked by exhaustion and hunger from a long, arduous journey. Suddenly, the officers spring into action. Horses charge and whips crack through the air, creating an atmosphere of chaos and fear. You can almost feel the desperation of the refugees who have traveled so far with nothing left to lose. The officers' relentless pursuit contrasts sharply with the refugees' struggle to survive.
Family sends us money, but we can't eat. We have children, but don't have diapers. Look, now I have to cross to the Mexican side with wet money to be able to buy things for the child, and we have nothing.
What unfolds next is a raw and unfiltered glimpse into a dramatic and unsettling border confrontation. The tension is palpable, the stakes high. This isn't just a border issue, it's a human story of survival and relentless pursuit. Chaos breaks out at the U.S. border. Migrants, desperate and determined, surge forward in a powerful wave. Border Patrol officers brace themselves, outnumbered and overwhelmed. The crowd presses on, pushing past barriers, driven by hope and fear. It's a tense standoff, with emotions running high on both sides. In the midst of the turmoil, officers struggle to regain control, their voices drowned out by the noise. A car speeds toward the Rainbow Bridge, caught on slow-motion video. The bridge, connecting two nations over the Niagara River, looms ahead. Suddenly, the vehicle crashes and erupts in flames. The explosion forces the closure of the Rainbow Bridge and 3 nearby border crossings. In an instant, a routine drive turns into a dramatic border-closing event. A deadly shooting happened last month involving a Border Patrol agent in Arizona. The shocking incident, caught on body camera, is being shown to the public and has been shared on social media ever since.
Short time later, they found Mattia.
Put your hands up.
Mattia is seen throwing an object toward officers, later confirmed to be a sheathed machete.
Put your hands out of your pocket.
Seconds later,
apparently, 58-year-old Raymond Mattia was shot 9 times. How could that have transpired?
this report shows Mattia was shot 9 times. Officers then approach Mattia's body.
Where's the gun at? Where's the gun at? It's underneath it.
Border Patrol got a call about gunfire on the reservation. Mattia's family said he had called for help earlier that day because of trespassers. When officers arrived, Mattia threw a sheathed machete. Moments later, he was shot. The agents are now on paid leave, and the investigation is ongoing.
Shooting the 3 agents who fired their weapons were placed on paid leave. A toxicology report shows alcohol, oxycodone, methamphetamine, and amphetamine were found in Matia's system.
A desperate scene unfolded on the banks of the Bravo River. In the fast-moving waters, 5 people were struggling to stay afloat.
Grab her! Grab her, Ramon! Ayele! Agarra ella!
Suddenly, 2 figures appeared on the shore, moving quickly and decisively. Thankfully, it was the police with intentions to rescue the drowning individuals. Hearts pounded as the agents dove into the river, determined to cut through the chaos.
Agárrense! Ven para acá! Agárrala a ella! Agárrala a ella! Levántala! Get on this way! Agárrense! Agárrate! Agárrala a ella!
One by one, they reached the struggling immigrants, pulling them from the relentless current. With each rescue, hope grew brighter on the faces of those saved. The Border Patrol's heroic effort turned a near-tragic moment into one of relief and gratitude.
Agárrense nada más! Agárrense!
Rumors started spreading about a chaotic incident involving the Nigeria Customs Service, the Border Patrol organization in Nigeria. As seen in the video, sudden bursts of gunfire shattered the calm, causing people to scatter in fear. But that wasn't all. We were on edge, piecing together the unfolding drama. What sparked this? Why the sudden outburst? The details are murky, but one thing is clear. This wasn't a normal day because there was a lot of random shooting. It seemed like they just wanted to show off their power and act like they couldn't be stopped. All of it was really unnecessary, illogical, and that it is clearly a misuse of power. In a Border Patrol encounter, something unexpected happened on a road in Webb County. DPS aircraft spotted 4 people dashing away from a stopped car. Border Patrol closed in, identifying the runners as illegal immigrants.
We're going to have a bailout, stand by for cords, bailout. It's going to be top line 27.406.
But the driver had other plans. With a sudden burst of speed, he tried to escape, only to crash into a cement barrier.
He's taking the 359 exit. Took the 359 exit. Looks like he's gonna try to turn around. 1050, 1050.
1050. He just crashed head on with the wall there. Let's turn around.
Laredo 148, 10-4, 1050, 3-boy 10.
Both the 18-year-old driver and passenger from Laredo were arrested for smuggling. Injured, they were taken to the hospital, along with another immigrant found in the car. Meanwhile, the 4 who ran were caught and handed over to Border Patrol.
Call you, miss. I think we're... Yeah, bad. Quédate. No te muevas.
Imagine a quiet Wednesday in Mission, Texas, suddenly disrupted by the roar of engines. Texas troopers, border unit, are in hot pursuit of a suspected human smuggler. The chase leads them down a winding road, ending in a dead end.
Actually, we'll both go to the driver. We got more patrol behind us.
The driver and 14 migrants scatter, racing through the brush.
Snowbird Lane from Vincent Palm. Snowbird Lane from Vincent Palm.
Hey, no, LT! Get out of the way, dude!
With a keen K-9 team on the trail, officers soon capture the driver, a Mexican national. He confesses, $150 per migrant, picked up by the Rio Grande, destined for a hidden stash house. This driver, once deported for a similar crime, now faces new charges. On May 10th, chaos broke out in Val Verde County. A stolen truck sped through intersections, broke through a ranch fence, and crashed into a tree. And that makes one wonder, how on earth could that have transpired?
100 Dario. Looks like he's going to be non-stop. It's going to be 1080. We'll go ahead and show 6 rounds alone, 1780.
Just 116, that's fine.
110-4.
Roger, thank you.
The driver, Carlos Lombardich Villalobos, leapt out and vanished into the brush with several passengers. Texas DPS aircraft buzzed overhead, guiding troopers on the ground. The chase was on, which makes one ask the question, would they catch him?
All right, bailing out. About a mile or so north of 512. Going through a ranch right now.
Bail out. North of 512 mile marker. Through a ranch.
Moments later, Villalobos was in cuffs, facing charges of smuggling, trespassing, and more. It was surprising to learn that the truck had been stolen from Bastrop. Along with Villalobos, 6 others were captured and handed over to Border Patrol.
¡Manos para arriba! ¡Manos para arriba! ¡No se mueve!
In this dash cam footage in Webb County, a high-speed chase began that ended with more questions than answers. A car sped down the road, pursued by DPS troopers. Suddenly, the doors flew open and several people jumped out, rolling onto the ground.
Black Chevy Tahoe.
It's gonna be a green color.
The car didn't stop. It sped up, and one person hit the ground hard, clutching their head. Then, in a daring move, the driver headed straight for the Rio Grande. With a splash, the car hit the water, and the driver swam for Mexico, disappearing from sight.
We got one.
One person was left behind, handed over to U.S. Border Patrol. This incident clearly highlighted that it was a case of immigrant smuggling.
Doors opening up. We got one.
In the creepy light of early morning, in this black and white reversed video, an 11-year-old Jamaican boy clings to the border barrier. With a sudden, heart-stopping leap, he lands below, pushed by unseen hands. Moments later, a tiny 3-year-old is passed down, teetering on the edge. These children are pawns in a ruthless game, victims of smugglers who demand over $10,000 for a dangerous journey, caring nothing for their lives. It was very upsetting to watch and makes you wonder why they threw the children. This heart-pounding chase in Texas ended with a shocking discovery. Near the Mexican border in Webb County, a suspicious sedan caught the attention of the state border unit. The driver, refusing to stop, launched into a high-speed escape down US 83, dodging traffic and narrowly missing other cars.
You clear my right? Yeah, clear. We just turned north on east on Pitamangana, we're going towards Pator.
The wild ride climaxed in a residential area where the driver bailed out, leaving his passengers behind. After a brief foot chase, the 17-year-old suspect, Gustavo Omar Arispe Jr., was caught. Inside the car, officers found 4 illegal immigrants from Mexico, including a 3-year-old child.
Driver, gray shirt, jeans.
Under the moonlit sky of Florida, a quiet night took a dramatic turn. Some law enforcement boats sped through the water, and they suddenly came across a single crowded vessel. On board were 24 people, eyes filled with fear and hope. Men, women, and children, undocumented Haitian migrants, held each other tightly as the authorities approached. Aerial footage captured the tense scene from above, while body cams recorded the close-up encounters. The captains of the boat were quickly arrested, and the migrants were taken in by the U.S. Coast Guard for immediate action.